Hey guys, this is a sort of a follow up to Diamonds and Heels Forever 14 or Diamonds and Heels 14, Cassandra Bankson, about her everyday school makeup do's and don'ts. Yeah, I agree with the um eyeliner thing, but in Australia, I think we just call them like goth eyes. Yeah, I think actually, come to think of it, I've been more self-conscious about my overall face and my looks since I've actually left school. Yeah, like I cannot leave the house without any makeup. And I do agree. When I was at school, it was like all about, you know, keeping up with the crowd and having the products they have. And yes, I use my hands a lot. Anyway, I used to use like foundations that were like way too dark for my skin because they're like really cheap, and the really cheap are ridiculous shades like orange. Serious. Look at my skin. I won't name names, but yeah, I used to use them a lot, and they'd rub off or they leave their line even though I've got double chin. I try and blend, but the more like no matter how much you blend it, see, if you had the line there, you blend down, then you have a line there. So it's like, yeah. And I do agree, put a bit of eye makeup on, just a bit of mascara. But when I was starting out, probably year eight, I'm not sure the Americans or people from the UK call it, but when I was in year eight, I used to use probably a little bit of eyeliner, yes, the raccoon look, and a bit of lip gloss. And weird enough, I was obsessed with like purple tinted lip glosses or purple shades, and they actually suited. Because you see my skin, my lip. This is crappy lighting, obviously. But anyway, yeah. Where was I? This is my train of thought. um, yeah, it's like I have totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, just use a bit of tinted moisturizer, a little bit of, if you have any blemishes. Yeah, like just a tiny bit of concealer, just skin color concealer, or unless you're really really bad like I was, the green color one from the trio palettes or whatever. Yeah, and so yeah, I agree in a way with it. Yeah, like a bit of maybe tinted lip balm would do, depending on the school you go to, because like private schools, they're like a no go for any kind of makeup. But public schools in Australia, I know, when I was at school, well, years 8 to 9 or 10, they were pretty relaxed until the government brought in the law about having to have a proper uniform. So then they stopped letting kids, well, teens wear the makeup, like full face of makeup. But yeah, I mean, you look pretty and all, but it's school, not clubs or like weekend movies and stuff. I had my train of thought, but I lost it again, didn't I? Yeah, the blush thing, I agree. Like, even now, I make that mistake of thinking my cheeks are actually even, but they're not for some reason. Like this one, this part here starts, in here, and then this one, it's like they start higher and lower than normal. See? Well, they look even. No, they don't. One starts high, one starts low, and it's like I have the mistake of doing this one first, and then doing this one trying, what is it? Doing this one trying to be even. It's like complete opposite on the screen, so you get confused. Yeah, and doing that. Look, I find, alright, I haven't got a blush on me as an example, but if you do a line like this, going under it with your finger like that, and just a little bit of pressure up, follow the bone and that line, wiping it off, it comes right off on your finger. It'll come right off on your finger. I'll do a proper tutorial about this when I do some makeup. But yeah, doing that, and then on the top, wiping around the apple of your cheek if you do it there, which I always do by like a habit, but it does not suit me. You wipe it like that, and then like that. Well, obviously lower, but you put a little bit of pressure, and trust me, it wipes away a lot of blush. Like, yeah, and it won't wipe away your foundation, especially because I use the liquid and then the powder. Yeah, so, yeah. Try it out. It will work. Trust me. Well, if you want. Yeah, so that, and I suggest, well, I'll have to do all these in another tutorial, but I think it's Lauren Beauty with double white at the end. She does the, very long lashes, which have got a lot of negative comments, but she does say in the beginning of the video that you have to, well, she uses way too much mascara and she knows it, but I found with the mascara I use, if you spend a little bit amount of time and, like, I don't know, depending on how you like your lashes, like mine, they feel short, but I don't know, they might be medium or they might be short, but they look like little stumps at the moment, but trust me, they're not. Yeah, so I do that. Spend probably about 5 to 10 minutes doing it. Most I spend on makeup, time wise, and yeah, and yeah, so I'm rambling on again. It's like my fourth video to ramble on. So yeah, the blush, not using a foundation that's way too dark, it's gonna make you look like you're in mud, like you just stuck your face in mud, like blend it right out, and a little bit of concealer if you want. I find that, well, I'm not gonna name brands again. I'll name brands. Well, in one of my other videos, I said one of my brands that I use does really cover. It's just gonna have a really bad breakout and then really bright red that they won't cover, but yeah, they will, trust me. Well, don't trust me if you don't want, but when I go out next, I'll do a tutorial. I just don't see the point in doing a tutorial and wasting makeup, you know, like, yeah, wasting makeup and then wiping it off, like a 5-minute tutorial, and yeah, wasting that product. Anyway, if you want any other videos, or, you know, just want to comment, it will be down there, and I've tried to work on my profile page, but I don't know how to do the, make my subscribe button any prettier or whatever. If you got any, tips on that, please let me know. Alright, I think that's about it. Yeah, tinted moisturizer, that tip about the blush, a little bit of mascara, a tiny bit of concealer, like the tiniest bit, and a tinted lip gloss, or a clear lip gloss, or a lip gloss that actually suits you, not like some bright red colour. Alright, bye people, subscribe please, ignore my rambling.